Most of my projects start out the same. Just an idea and obsession. I'm setting up a little time lapse for all the work we're going to be doing today. We're going to be installing the CA Tech Level 1 kit here. It's going to be a little bit different of a video. I'm going to try to make it a little more like a documentary style. We're going to start in the rear first. Hard to see, but those pads in the rear need replacing again. Yeah, the rear pads on these machines just wear out a lot quicker than the front because you got all the weight of the engine and whatnot. So we'll probably be swapping those out while we're here. Well, that's why it fought me so hard. It wasn't straight all the way through as it is. I'm marking them in case I ever need to use them or put them on again. It'll be easier. Top, middle, bottom goes towards the machine on this side. Yeah, these are nothing compared to the new ones. They're thicker. These are solid. These I think are hollow. Yeah, they're a little bit, just a little bit beefier. I will get the rest of this installed though. These brackets were kind of a pain in the butt to get on. The holes weren't perfectly aligned. I had to use my little mini Dremel tool to grind them a little bit wider. The bolts and stuff align fine with the rods, but there was not enough room there. And then I just tightened them down so they went all the way through. Same with the bottom one, tighten these ones down so that these will have enough sticking out so I can put the radius rod plate here. Let's put the pull plate on. Well, this will be interesting. All right, finally got that pull plate on. I had to end up taking everything out of the hubs again, out of the trailing arms, so all that was loose, and then fitting it up there. And then the trailing arm will slowly start getting everything back in. Impacted down, I'll torque them once it's on the ground, at least the bolts I can get to. Gonna put some new pads on the rear, or maybe I'll do that another time, but yeah, it's going slower than I expected. Got the machine jacked up and on some stands here. We're gonna be starting on the front end. Unlikely to finish this today. The rear took a lot longer than I expected. That's typically how things go, though. They take longer than I expected. I'm gonna keep working on this front end. My goal is to get the front clip off and hopefully at least the control arms out, and then we can begin the actual installation once we get all that stuff. But it's quite a bit of work because basically this whole front end has to come apart. Shocks have to come out, control arms have to come out. Radiator you have to unbolt. But yeah, I'm going to work on getting that front clip uninstalled first. Alright, we got the front clip off. It's going to make things a little easier to work on here. A little more room for activities. It actually comes off in one big piece, which is kind of nice. But yeah, now we got all these parts to install. Like I said, this is going to be part one. Maybe doing the rest of the stuff tomorrow, and then as the week goes on. Hopefully I make it to the group ride this weekend, but if I don't, not a big deal. Yeah, let's keep going at it. Well, that's about all we got done today on the front end, just taking this driver's side apart. We'll have to do that side. I'm just beat and I just tweaked my back doing something, so the front end's not going as bad as the rear went so far. We'll see. We don't have to align as many bolts, so we'll see you guys in the next clip. Well, we are back in the garage. Day two. Not gonna be doing a whole lot today. It's Sunday night before work tomorrow morning, so hopefully I can just get the other side pulled apart and maybe pull the control arms out as well as the shocks and whatnot. Yeah, let's get going on that and see how it goes. It's probably going to be more of a time lapse this go around, just so you guys can see what's going on and kind of a little more sped up, because I'm sure it's going to take me some time. All right, radiator is out. Control arms are out as well. I got them hanging with some zip ties here. The bushings, the ARM bushings actually look pretty good. Not much to complain about those. One of them has a little bit of the polyurethane stuff kind of breaking a little bit on that very ends, just like shaving off. But I think it's partly because of these metal brackets that go over those. I'm going to leave them on because that's how they came from the factory, and there's plenty of grease in all of them. None of them are rusted or seized or anything. They're all, I can pull them out by hand. So I think those are all good. Other than that, we're going to start on the actual Gusset kit tomorrow, or probably tomorrow after work or Tuesday after work, and then just keep at it. Got a lot to still do. Hopefully make it somewhere north this weekend. Another day, another dollar. Day 3 of this whole process, this whole project. Don't know how deeply I'm going to be filming all this because I want to get some progress done today, but I believe according to the order of operations from the guys at CA Tech, they said install the double shear gusset kit before bolting on the bumper, do the shock tower kit. So we're going to start with the gusset kit here. So that is first part of the gusset kit installed. It's a little tricky with the all the wiring in there. You have to slide the bolts back and then put the plate in front of it and then slide the bolts back through because there's like almost no clearance there. But they do go through. They do go through the hole unlike the rear. All right, we got the top control arm bracket in, the lower one in there, if you guys can see that. It's hard to see. That's in there. And the front gusset plate installed. Although I did have to take off the metal retainer clips on the bottom, otherwise it would not have fit into the support in the rear, which is fine because it's thin sheet metal that was holding it in. Now it's going to be sandwiched between some beefier metal. Hopefully there's enough threads for the bumper to get bolted up, because here's that piece. But yeah, we'll keep going at it. Beginnings of the winch bumper installed. The bolts or the nuts on the bottom don't go all the way through, which I don't love, but they're engaged enough, and I added a little bit of blue Loctite just to make sure. I don't think there's a great fix for that other than buying a different bolt kit or a different stud kit. But yeah, I got that bumper on there. It kind of disassembles so that front piece can come off. So I can now get this bad boy installed. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing mounted up to the new machine, or the new man, I'm tired. The new bumper. Well, I got the bumper test fitting in here. I needed to make some clearance on the back of the winch to mount it up, and then I also need to grind some of this a little more away so it clears that portion of the winch. But I got other stuff I gotta get to tonight. There's a lot going on. This is kind of the peak moment where everything's happening at once, because I need to put the winch on, I need to put the lights on, run wiring, finish up the limit strap kit and shock tower brace support. But I want to do that I don't want to do that yet until I get the winch and bumper figured out. It shouldn't be difficult to run stuff through here anyways, but just for reference, we'll keep going at it another day. This is the sway bar bolt. Got the bolts in finally. I'm going to unbox these two lights.